I just had a chat with Hydra, and they're interested in um they're interested in buying it or possibly sharing it with us. Me
Hmm.
personally, we haven't used it, and it's gonna be a tough lab to use without having rust blowing down our necks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they even said if we do share it, they'll go have a chat with us, being like, "Nah, back off, or you'll have to deal with us too," And they said they'll
Mm-hmm.
go smoke them.
Who was it that you
Or
spoke to from Hydra? Just out of curiosity.
Miguel and Flippy.
Okay.
Um, so I'm just laying out options. Let me know what you guys think.
So
We
what?
we could have a what's that?
I was gonna say. So what? What are the ballers think then?
That's the thing. We need to go chat with the
I'll
barbers.
be honest.
True.
I think I don't think as long as they were getting some 100 grade meth, I personally don't believe they'd even give a shit. I'll be honest. That's just kind of the situation with the ballers is I don't really think they have anybody that's really interested in ever hitting 100 grade. But as long as
Yeah.
once that is achieved, like I say, they can do that. I think, yeah. I mean, obviously, I have a relationship with Flippy in regards to meth labs. Pretty like I sold him my old lab. Um, What was there any other reason given? Like,
I don't think they have one,
Hmm.
and they want to get into math.
no, they definitely have a meth lab.
I mean, Rami had Dean up the other day too. So
Wait, what about the lab?
about the lab,
I'll be honest, I've got so
and
many.
he said,
I've just
yeah.
got questions that I suppose maybe I'd like to ask them. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't understand why they want a second one again. I mean, they had two previously.
Wait, Denzel, are you being skeptical in terms of like you're questioning shit? Because your thought process is that they maybe want to steal that lab.
I'll be
where you're-
honest. If they wanted to steal our lab, they would be more of a threat than Rust. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
of course, no. I'm
Mm.
just trying to see
They
what your
wouldn't-
thought
they wouldn't have
process
asked
is.
Yeah, my
to
thing with
pay
Hydra is if
Yeah.
they wanted to steal the lab, they'd steal it. To be perfectly honest, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, if they
that's
wanted
a-
to steal it, they would have had
and
it
if they
already.
and
if-
if they wanted to snake me before, like for the lab, they could have quite easily done it. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I was in
Yeah,
BSK, like they didn't. But what I'm wondering is what's the so in regards to a proposed lab share. What is the reasoning and the schedules they'd be cooking on? Because I'll be honest, they're around a lot these times.
Is this when we usually cook?
Yes.
We
At
could
the
also
moment,
cook,
we could. I mean, I'm pretty much open to hear anything at this point because as much as
it's not used. If we do use it, we have like
When's the last time we actually cooked?
like 3 weeks
month
ago,
ago?
yeah, like a month ago.
Oh my god.
But it's with reason, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, is it better if like they start cooking and then we could cook as well, like rather than just have it sitting there?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
no,
Yeah.
no
Wait,
one's
so
cooking. Like, it's just
what
a fucking waste of a lab.
what's the main reason that we haven't cooked?
Rust,
Rest
I believe.
sniffing down our backs. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
if
mean-
we share with Hydra speak to them, that would solve the problem, no?
It would.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I say, if we could get, yeah, I mean, I would like to hit the 100, and then I guess whatever happens after that
I mean,
is whatever. Obviously, the reason we haven't been cooking in it, as much as we say that, like I say, we've not been cooking for reasons. I'll be honest, there is very, very few occasions which we have been 6-man deep, ready to cook in a lab.
yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I know we said we'd always take 6.
Yeah.
But even the ballers haven't been as deep as they once were, and we, on very few occasions have we been. So I think it's always going to be an issue. And I don't expect other
that's the
people to
same
want
thing
to.
with-
Yeah.
That's the same thing with war. Like, we can't necessarily war because we
Yes.
don't have.
And I
people,
don't want to put you guys through that for the sake of something that not everybody really has that much passion about. I mean, admittedly, like me, I care a whole deal about the lab. You know what I mean? I would love to. I personally, my opinion is, I don't think, like, I wouldn't want to sell it, but I would definitely like to go into collaboration with somebody else with it. I think selling it, what does that do? You know, we gain some money, and what do we do with that? Look it in our banks, or buy a new car that we think shit, and then gets tuned, and then it's worth $1 million. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll be honest, I don't think any of us really need money.
it doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cause money is nothing. Like, and I'll be honest, them meth labs, when you could first buy them, were $1 million. You know what I mean? So it's
I mean, the thing is, one of the things, like, initially when you said it, right, my thought process was maybe Denzel would be skeptical that they maybe want to steal it, but if that's out of the,
I've already done a lot of meth. I used to cook in their lab with them, like when I didn't even have a lab.
If that's out of the question, then my next thought process is, then, you know, we're not fucking. We haven't used it for last month because of the whole rush shit. And having them cook with us, at least we'll be able to cook. Like,
But my thing,
say that
I'm very curious why they want a second again. That's my, because I'll be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you didn't know it was about labs when they wanted to speak to you and stuff. I'm just very, you know, if I can get some, I suppose, reasoning on that regard, if I can get to, I mean, I would be even willing to, especially during the early hours, like even go and cook with them. If you know what I mean, just, I would, I suppose from my perspective, if we're going to share it, I would like a relationship to be built for us with them out of it. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I want to build a relationship, and I guess when I was going to present the options, it was either we share it 3 ways, we sell it, or we buy the ballers out and then we share it with Hydra, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
so
I'll be honest, since I never used to trust Hydra back in the day, but like since the whole like blue cage spray swap, they could have probably fucked us over then, and they didn't. So I have a bit more trust.
But even Matt's in Vendetta now. I think that relationship, there's a bit of a bridge been built there. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And the thing is, what you have to think with Hydra, and this is the way that I used to look at them in when I was in BSK. If they wanted to fuck us, they could. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't think they'll think twice about it.
No, but they
wouldn't think
they could. They're a force to be reckoned with, and you know,
they could have taken all our sprays if they wanted to.
Yes, and as much as
that's what I mean about
back in the day, they could have eradicated BSK from the south side if that's what they were feeling like. You know, I gave them a lab before they even paid me a single dollar. You know what I mean? Like, they could have, you know, said "fuck you," what are you going to do about it? But they didn't. You know, and regardless of some people disliking them, they do like kind of stand by their word.
I think personally, I would rather share the lab with Hydra. I wouldn't want to snake the ballers. So it'd be fair.
Oh yeah, 100% not. Yeah, no.
Because that's not who we are.
No, what I think we do for the ballers, I think we just, because I'll be honest, Finn and Taylor, when I spoke to them in regards to the lab, they were just very, very excited about 100 grade meth. So 100 grade meth anyway would have been me cooking in there. So as long as once we hit the 100, because they're not really bothered about any return until that happens, but as long as they're seeing some 100 grade meth once it's achieved, I honestly feel like they'll be happy. If they're not, we can then look at a monetary figure to make them, you know. And I'll be honest, I think the relationship with the ballers is good, and I think it's always going to remain that way, providing that we treat them with the same amount of respect that they're giving us.
Yeah. So personally, I say we have a chat with the ballers, and then, I mean, I think we wait till like have like a proper Monday meeting, see what everyone's up to and what they think. But I kind of want to share the lab with them.
Me too.
Especially since like the relationship with Matt and Vendetta, and you know.
Yeah. It also solves that whole problem, and I don't see why we shouldn't.
Yeah, that rush
it solves
resolved automatically, to be honest.
Because our issue with Rust isn't we can't take them on.
We don't have
numbers or people willing to fight.
I'll be honest, we don't really want to, do we? Let's be honest. Like,
nobody wants to either, but
you know, like, I think we're all in the same boat, and we'll all do it if we needed to. But the thought of waking up and getting in a 6-man convoy and driving around the city for hours to try and have to shoot each other in the heads with deagles, Like
Yeah.
just for the sake of because the problem is, and this is the way that I look at it, right? If they were to try and take our lab, yeah, and we wiped them, what are they going to do? Say, oh no, that's fair, like we failed. No, they're going to be, well, you shot us all down. You know what I mean? So at the same time, to me, it's inevitable that something is going to come from you know. But I would like to see the shock on their faces when they try and pull up on a lab and they realise it isn't necessarily us using it and it's Hydra. You know, that would be very amusing, to be honest.
Yeah,
that would be a sight. So yeah, I guess in terms of us four, right? We're in ingredients. I mean, selling the lab is out of the question. There's no fucking point. We don't need.
I'll be
it.
honest, we
wouldn't care for the money.
can't sell the lab, really.
because the boss man.
Yeah, the boss said we can't sell the lab. He didn't say we couldn't
right,
share.
Well, then that's out of the question then.
And as much as I would, you know, I'd like to risk it. Do we want to blow up the Mandem block?
No, bro.
No.
I mean, even if the boss man allowed it, right? I don't see any gain in us selling the fucking.
No,
lab.
Hydra said they'd take care of the boss man if it got to that.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Say less.
Yeah. Flippy was talking stupid amount of shit about the boss man.
Yeah.
And Miguel was just there standing.
Oh, was he? Was Flippy giving it all the shit? Was he?
Yeah, Flippy was talking all shit about the boss man.
I'll be honest. I would just like a bit. I would just kind of want to know what the intentions were and the schedule that they wanted to cook on, because there's a reason they want to. And you know, if it's some kind of like meth cooking empire that they're trying to build, like from me as a, obviously you guys know, like, you know what I'm like with meth. That's something that I would, you know, if it opens up, if it opens up a bit of kind of interaction with me and a bit of involvement with that, I'm all for it, you know. And I appreciate, like I say, like especially like obviously Patara, as you have been, like, you considering, I suppose me a bit more heavily for these decisions than what others think, I suppose, because of, I suppose, the investment that I have, you know?
Yeah, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think anyone in the Mandem gives a shit about the lab, other than you.
Yeah, no,
because you want your 100 grade. Like, I don't mind giving them picking the key up and giving it to them right now and just being like, have fun with it. You know?
No, I get it.
But I want you to be able to hit your 100 grade.
I think it's the 100,
if you weren't in the equation, if you weren't in the equation, I would literally go grab the key right now and be like, this is a gift from the Mandem to you, Hydra. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You know? But I think if we share it with them, it first takes away that rest problem that we had. And if it does become a problem, Hydra will take care of it. And if like, say they're running a man deep, you know, one guy less or two guys less, 2-3 of us that are, you know, awake and willing to go do a shootout or this or that, we could join them. We're like, I can't lie, both Mandem and Ballers lack numbers right now. You know, like, both of us together barely makes a 6-man squad, I would say, for like war.
Yeah.
But I think a conversation with the Ballers would be good too.
Yeah, I definitely do. I think I just, for me, it's just more, I just want to know what the intention is with the 2 labs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because what I wouldn't mind doing, for example, is, I suppose, if it was a case of sharing it, like during these times, like I'm always around, so they would always be able to cook if that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know?
But the thing is, we could also say, like, they cook this storm. There shouldn't be an issue with us being like, okay, we'll cook next storm, you know?
Because you know how many times you can, you know, if you've got 2 labs,
you
can cook
You can
every
cook
hour,
once every
every
hour,
hour
right?
in a lab.
Yeah.
It's 6 pillows an hour.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
That's fucking nutty. I mean, if they're going,
it's a meth run a day. It's a meth run a day without even trying.
That's nuts.
I mean, maybe that is the end goal for him.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, I would love to be a part of helping them achieve that if that's something they want to do as well.
Like,
you know,
I think like you'd just be happy to help with, like, hit 100 grade and just help with the meth empire. That's what you'd be happy with, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And then, I mean, if it's a case of sharing it, obviously there's still going to be times where there's going to be.
You want me to be honest, then? If we do share it with them, you're probably gonna only be cooking with them. If you cook with us, it would be like once or twice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I get it.
You know, like we've seen how cooking goes. We like you said, we barely have 6 of egg. We barely have this. We barely have that. So it literally would be a you and Hydra lab, you know, and then you just help us with pillows. Like realistically, if I'm being honest, what it would be, would you help them? I'm assuming they have chefs that already cook 100. No.
Probably they've got 1, I believe. But the thing, I'll be honest, that's what it was like before when I used to do it in before. So I would literally go with Hydra. It would only be me.